Welcome to MOOC course on Buddhist philosophy for Swayam platform. Today's module is entitled Transition from Dinnaga to Dharmakirti Part 2 Inference for Others. The objective of the module is to acquaint the student with the points of difference between the views of Dinnaga and Dharmakirti on Pararthanumana. Dinnaga's systematization of inference at the level of Swarthanumana, that is inference for oneself, also led to systematization at the level of Pararthanumana. Let us turn to it now. So, let us consider Dinnaga's account of Pararthanumana. We have seen that the classification of inference, that is Anumana, into inference for one's own sake, Swartham, and inference for others, Parartham, is crucial to Dinnaga's theory of inference. According to Dinnaga and also Dharmakirti, inference for oneself is of the nature of knowledge and hence can be called pramana. Inference for others is of the nature of an argument which consists of verbal expression. It is not of the nature of pramana, not of the nature of knowledge, so it is not called pramana in the strict sense of the term. Still, it is called inference, anumana pramana, because it causes inferential knowledge in the mind of the person who understands the argument. According to Dinnaga, inference for oneself is the knowledge of the inferable object arising from the mark which has triple character. So, it can get accomplished in 2 steps, but the inference for others has to have 3 steps: thesis, reason and instance, paksha, hetu and drishtanta. So, let us now consider the nature of sadhana, that is the proof, and its constituents. The propositions constituting the inference for others are regarded by the Dinnaga as sadhana. Sadhana stands for the whole body of inference, argument or proof consisting of 3 propositions, paksha, hetu and drishtanta, since they enable the other person to apprehend the object which had not been apprehended earlier. Consider, for example, in the inference, world is non-eternal because it is a product. That which is a product is non-eternal like a jar, and that which is eternal is a non-product like space. In this inference, the 3 steps can be identified as follows. The first step is paksha or thesis, namely world is non-eternal. The second step is called hetu or reason because it is a product. The third step is called drishtanta or instance. That which is a product is seen to be non-eternal like a jar, and that which is eternal is seen to be a non-product like space. It can be noticed here that the thesis in this argument is the same as the intended conclusion, and the next 2 steps, namely reason and instance, are the 2 premises. Out of the 2 premises, the first premise, that is reason, expresses the first character of hetu, that is existence in paksha, and the second premise, that is instance, expresses the second and the third character of the hetu, namely existence in sapaksha and non-existence in vipaksha. Since the second premise is called drishtanta because it also includes instantiation of the 2 characters. Out of the 2 premises, the first premise, that is reason, expresses the first character of hetu, that is existence in paksha, and the second premise, that is instance, expresses the second and the third character of the hetu, namely existence in sapaksha and non-existence in vipaksha. Still, the second premise is called drishtanta because it also includes instantiation of the two characters. Since inference for others consists of three aspects, paksha, hetu and drishtanta, the theory of fallacies also becomes threefold according to Dinnaga. An inference can be fallacious either because there is a fallacy of paksha, pakshabhasa, a fallacy of hetu, hetvabhasa, and fallacy of drishtanta, drishtantabhasa. Now, let us consider how Dharmakirti deviates from that. We have seen in the preceding module that the two characters of hetu, namely existence in sapaksha and non-existence in vipaksha, which were accepted by Dinnaga, got reduced to the single character called universal and necessary vyapti relation in Dharmakirti's framework of inference. The triple character then got reduced to the two characters vyapti and pakshadharmata. This has implications to the difference between their theories of pararthanumana. In Dinnaga's scheme, argument consisted of three steps. We have seen paksha, that is thesis, hetu, that is reason, and drishtanta, that is instance. In Dharmakirti's scheme, argument consisted of only two steps, vyapti and pakshadharmata. The statement of the thesis was not necessary according to Dharmakirti because it was deductively derived from the premises. Under vyapti, according to him, either only positive concomitants or only negative concomitants are to be stated. Both the concomitants are not supposed to be stated. And thirdly, instantiation was not a necessary part of argument according to Dharmakirti. These points of difference need to be understood with some elaboration.